3 things that I used to think were absolutely crazy before I started working as a psychic medium. Number 1, the idea that time doesn't exist. Before I ever worked as a psychic medium, I would have looked at you like you were freaking insane. I would have said to you, oh my god, look at the clock on the wall. Look at the fact that it gets dark and light outside. Time absolutely freaking exists. But now that I'm a psychic medium and I understand what happens when we shed our physical body and we transition to higher consciousness, time literally is a human construct. It is a human concept. It is a matter of physicality. Yes, it gets light and dark outside because that is a part of physical earth. But when you get into meditation, when you explore consciousness, there literally is not time. The idea or the statement of time stood still, that statement that people make when something really exciting happens or something really scary happens, or when you go really deep into meditation and you literally lose track of time, or when people talk about how time has been moving so fast lately, it seems like it was just August or it was just June and now it's December. Time is relative to humanity only. Once you begin to really connect to your inner being, your soul, your consciousness as a soul, you will understand that time doesn't exist where you came from and where you will return to. What this also means is that your loved ones who are no longer in physical bodies are not waiting for you to physically pass. They are not waiting for you to return to spirit. And from their perspective, if your loved one passed 50 years ago and you are still here, when you eventually pass yourself, say it's another 25 years from now, from their perspective, from them physically passing to you physically passing, it's like this. Literally, that's the difference. It is not 75 years difference of time. They have not had to wait for you to arrive there. It was like blink and miss it. It was like overlapping timelines of you going there and them going there. Number 2, the idea that living people can connect to one another and read each other's minds. In the past, I would have never even thought about this. And if you would have talked to me about this, I would have been like, no, just no, what the hell are you talking about? Shut up, you're crazy. I did not think this way. I believed in ghosts. I believed in fear-based bullshit back then. Excuse my language. I did not believe in telepathy and reading minds, but now I know how it works. Our thoughts give off energy, our souls are energy, we connect soul to soul, we literally can connect mind to mind, which is more so connecting soul to soul and transmitting information from one another. When your spouse or your child is in the room with you and you say something out loud and then they say, oh my gosh, I was literally just thinking about that. That is you psychically connecting to one another. That stuff happens all of the time. When you are thinking about somebody and they text you 90 seconds later, that is you and them psychically connecting to one another. We psychically connect or soul to soul connect in dreams. The living can connect to one another. That is how I do intuitive readings. I do not work with spirit guides. I work with your higher self, aka your soul. And we all psychically communicate with one another every single day. We all are souls in physical bodies, and our souls all have the capability to work with one another. That is humans and animals. And I would have once thought that was some batshit crazy stuff. Number 3, the idea that we are all one. Again, my mind would have never, ever gone in this direction prior to becoming a psychic medium. I was raised the umbrella of Christianity. I was raised under Jesus Christ and heaven and hell and that whole belief system. But I do not resonate with that. We are all one. We all come from the energy of the same energy that made the stars, the same energy that makes the trees, the same energy that is in the earth, the same energy that is in you, is in me, is in me, is in you. And while we all have separate soul identities, we also all come from the same source. And when we shed our physical bodies and return to consciousness, to higher consciousness, to heaven, to source, to whatever semantics, whatever human language you want to place on it, semantics, we all coexist with one another with our individuality intact. However, we also are so interconnected that we all know each other at the same time. You who are watching this video, who has never met me, we have no idea anything about one another through the video screen. In higher consciousness, we'll know everything about one another. You will know everything about me, I will know everything about you, because we are that connected, because we are all one. Even though we still have our own separate identities, we have separateness and we have oneness. And I come to this conclusion through the understanding of higher consciousness and through the understanding of energy and how it works and how it functions and how what I do for work on a daily basis functions, and how the information that comes through from spirit and how the information from my clients' higher selves come through and how I receive that and how it all this functionality comes through. And then if you remove the human brain and the physical body from that, how vast and multifaceted and exponentially more free that information then becomes. It's even beyond our comprehension and beyond my vocabulary to explain, but we are absolutely all one. And before psychic mediumship and before understanding all of what I do know, I would have told you or told a person who was me now that they needed psychiatric help and that they were batshit crazy.